Hi, my name is Ashley Share. I'm the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund. Today we are in week 25 of our RYT 200 Registered Yoga Teacher Training, the 200-hour introductory course. If you are not already signed up, you can sign up by visiting ShareLove.Fund/train. On the train page, you will see all of our Yoga Alliance accredited courses. We are accredited to provide every single course Yoga Alliance offers, from the prenatal to the children's to the YSAB options. So let us begin by taking a comfortable seated position. As I mentioned, this is week 25. Each week we have a pose of the week, unless it's a review week, and every week ending in a 2 is a review week. This week is week 25. It's not ending in a 2, so it's not a review week. So we'll introduce the pose of the week, Eagle, which is a balancing pose, but let us first warm up to that. So please take a comfortable seated position, and we'll begin with centering ourselves. If it feels good to you, you can sit on a block or bolster, a pile of laundry. You don't need special yoga equipment to do yoga. Yoga was invented before yoga equipment was invented, so all you need is yourself. We're a huge proponent of that as ShareLove.Fund, as a 501c3 charitable institution. This is why we are providing our coursework available on YouTube, as well as serving incarcerated women. Propping yourself on a block, it gives you a chance to have a little bit of hip mobility. So please take a moment to thrust forward and back, doing some circles to one side and some circles to the other side. Now use your breath as you move and see if you can get a little bit more of a stretch by connecting your breath with your movement. Yoga is the union, or the yoking, as is translated, between mind, body, and soul, and we can think of that with breath and movement. When you find that your spine is stacked up so that you're not forcing an upright posture, then settle into that posture and focus on being still. If you feel that you are really working hard to push your shoulders back and to sit up straight, then I encourage you to continue to do some thrusts forward and backward, or some hip circles, to find that natural alignment. Our back is not naturally straight. We have a dip inward at the lumbar spine, a dip outward around our shoulder blades. And so the idea is to try to stack the vertebrae so that it's naturally erect, but it's not necessarily going to be a perfect vertical line. You can think about this as a string going from the crown of your head to the ceiling, and a string from your tailbone or sacrum to the ground. So imagine if you were connected on a string and being pulled. How would that feel? So you can take a few more breaths to kind of wiggle and jiggle into an upright posture. Again, by sitting on a block or a bolster or a pile of laundry, whatever you have accessible to you. By thrusting the hips a little bit forward, sometimes that helps the shoulders naturally counterbalance by going back a little bit, and that helps get the posture into alignment. The other way to get into alignment is to have your palms up. You can experiment with this by putting your palms down and then putting your palms up and feeling how your shoulders naturally roll back. So assuming that you have found your proper alignment, let us begin by having a few breaths. My voice will be silent from time to time, and that's an opportunity for you to draw inward and to internalize this experience. The big inhale, sweep the arms up and shake it all out. Sweep the arms up and shake it all out. Sweeping the arms up. You can have your fingers interlace and push them up inward, thinking about dropping your shoulders while you're raising the palms of your hand. Stretch to one side, stretch to the other side, and shake it all out. With your palms facing up, take a deep breath inward, and let's begin to stretch our neck. So we will do neck clocks. You can imagine your neck as pointing to each hour of the clock and feeling the lengthening in the neck as you rotate it around. Use your breath to open up the tight spaces. You can shake out your hands and let them fall to the mat. And you can hold each position as long as you need, as long as you feel a stretching benefit. Sharpshooting pain is not stretching, that is a heads up for injury, so don't do something that feels like sharpshooting pain. But to the extent you feel a stretch, go for it. You don't need to move your neck at the same pace as me. Really just internalize how to gain the deepest stretch in your neck by using your breath at this time. Stretching can be a little bit boring, but it takes time, so we have to put in the time to get the result. The overwhelming majority of our students have said they want to touch their toes, they want to be a pretzel, they want to let go of stress. And so all that comes with stretching. You can add a little more intensity to this by placing a hand on one side to gain a little deeper of a stretch. And again, you can continue to go around at your own pace. When you feel ready, let's do neck clocks, but going the other way. Don't need to do this the same amount of time because the stretch is still the stretch regardless of which way we go. But by circling the other way, it can help offset any elements of dizziness or vertigo type feelings that you might have. With a big inhale up, we'll exhale and shake it all out. And inhale up again, placing the one side and feeling a stretch through the side body. And inhaling and exhaling to the other side, keeping the arms straight and feeling a stretch through the side body. Inhale an arm up, and we'll rainbow our arm across. Feeling a whole stretch on the side body. Relaxing your neck. You can give yourself a little self-massage to ease the tension in your neck. Stretch, 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 and release. Reach, 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 and release. Inhale the arms up, building strength and just holding this warrior two arms. Engaging your core, you can think of yourself as zipping it up and practicing the level warrior two arms. Exhale, we'll go to the other side. Reach, 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 and relax. Reach, 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 and relax. Here, we're trying to stay parallel with the back wall, not leaning forward, not leaning back, and just stretching the side body. Exhale, come back down to center, lift the arms up, and exhale, forward fold. Here you can walk the hands to one side, and again, we'll stretch the side body. We're gonna hold this for a little bit, just to experience the release. You want your sits bones grounded as you stretch. Walk, walk, walk the hands to center, and then continue to walk the hands to the other side. Now you should feel the stretch on the other side. Walk, walk, walk your hands slowly back. You can shake out the legs a little bit. Flex and point. Flex and point. Again, keeping your spine long and strong. Roll the feet out a bit to warm up those ankles and warm and roll the feet back in. For eagle today, our balancing pose, we're definitely going to depend on our ankles and our feet to anchor us. And by warming them up, we can create a little bit more mobility, and that mobility can help stabilize us in the balancing pose when we get a little wobbly. Rigid things tend to break and fall, and things that can have a little bit of flex sometimes are better for balancing. Inhale the arms up and exhale, forward fold. Just lean forward to your comfort level. Inhale, slowly bring the arms back up. Inhale again, and we'll split the arms, doing back stroke and front stroke to really warm up the shoulder blades. An eagle will also stretch the lateral muscles in our upper back, and so we'll warm that up as well. Bring the other arm across the side body. You can give yourself a little pat on the back and stretch it out. Let's remove the block. We'll continue to warm up with a seated twist. So from crisscross applesauce, you can bring a leg over and ground both sits bones onto the mat. Inhale the arms up, exhale, drop one elbow over the shoulder and turn and twist. This is half Lord of the Fishes pose, which we will get to as a future pose of the week. It is one of the Share Method signature 45 poses. Inhale, arms up, exhale, twist the other side. Why do we have 45 signature Share Method poses? It's not necessarily that they are all that you need to know in yoga, but they are enough to know to become a confident yoga teacher. Inhale, arms up, exhale to the side. Let's switch legs, bring the other foot over, and again, ground your sits bones. As you may recall, the Share Method was developed for incarcerated women, and it is a way that anybody, regardless of ability and regardless of literacy, can earn a yoga teaching degree so that they may have a livelihood that respects their mind, body, and soul. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, bringing your elbow to the outer edge of your thigh for a twist on this side. And we'll twist on the other side. I don't know if I did that really on both sides, so I'm going to try it again. But yes, okay, we did do it on both sides. It just felt differently. You'll see if you're tighter on one side than the other, and that can be interesting things. You can think about what your lifestyle is, your daily habits, if you carry a purse or not, and what side you carry it on. And try to use your yoga practice to even it out. Let's slowly roll back vertebrae by vertebrae. When we do this, we're engaging our core, which is also really important for balancing poses. So we'll come back and then slowly bring our legs up and slowly bring our legs down and slowly come up, engaging our core. So hopefully that created a little bit of core heat. Let's start with our flow, and then we will add eagle pose into the flow. If you're wearing socks like I am, I encourage you to take them off. It's not easy to balance with socks, and I hope everyone feels warm and good. I know I certainly feel warm from our warm-up as well. Okay, so without further ado, let's start flowing. Okay, let's start with our sun salutation as usual. Tadasana, inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, left leg back, right leg back, plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin. From knees, chest, chin, cobra, elbows in. Exhale, down dog. Down dog will be our point of insertion when we insert the poses we're learning. From down dog, inhale, left knee in, step it forward. Right foot, step it forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. Excellent. Now let's do that on the other side. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back. From here, knees, chest, chin. From knees, chest, chin, cobra. From cobra, down dog. From down dog, inhale the right knee forward, step it forward. Left foot comes to match, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. So now let us add in just eagle, which is our pose of the week. So we'll squeeze that in at the down dog. As you know, the SHARE method is based on repetition. It is designed so even someone who is illiterate can become a confident teacher. We have no mandatory tests or quizzes, and we learn by repetition. So in the RYT 200, your framework, or your basic salad, as sometimes we call it, is your sun salutation. We have 45 key signature poses. We use those poses to be the toppings, so to speak, in the salad to spice it up. Every 10 weeks works as follows. You get 9 new poses, 1 pose a week for 9 weeks. And then on the 10th week, we have a review week. Our first week is the welcome week, and our second week is learning the sun salutation A. So that makes review weeks week 22, 32, 42, and of course, 52. Although you can take this class at your own pace, on demand, whenever you want, as quickly as you want, our course is based on a 52-week schedule because it was designed and specifically formulated for incarcerated women so that they may use their time productively to earn a yoga teaching degree. Incarcerated women have a much higher chance than incarcerated men of becoming mentally ill while in custody. Having a 52-week schedule is something that helps people stay sane. They can pace their time in custody by learning 1 lesson a week for 52 weeks. We offer 6 courses, all on a 52-week schedule. So that keeps the women we serve busy for 6 years. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, step the left foot back. Step the right foot back. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. From knees, chest, chin, cobra. From cobra, down dog. Now, as I mentioned, down dog is our point of insertion. So if sun salutation A is our boring salad dish, you can now think of eagle pose as some avocado to add some flavor to it. So let's walk our hands back, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll turn and do eagle. Inhale, arms up with the knee, cross the leg, tuck the toe under, bring this arm under. So the leg that goes over has the arm that goes under. The other arm goes on top, and raise the elbows to get a stretch in the upper back. You can sit down a little more into it and just breathe. Remember, it's yoga, it's not that serious, and just have fun with it. If you fall out of it, come back into it and play around. It's meant to be play. You can inhale up, come back down, and we will continue our sun salutation. Inhale, arms up, and we can walk back into down dog just as we came out of it. So now we are back where we were in our sun salutation before we interrupted it with eagle. We can pretend like none of this business happened and finish our sun salutation like it's just an ordinary sun salutation A. Inhale, the left knee in, step it through the hands. Inhale the right foot to meet it. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Now let's do that on the other side. So now we are doing sun salutation A, inserting eagle as the avocado to spice up our boring salad dish of sun salutation A. Why are we doing this like this? Because the share method is based on repetition. So anybody who graduates our course will know sun salutation A plus our 45 key poses like the back of their hand. They will also know our warm-up sequence plus sun salutation A plus the 5 sequences that we study in each of our cumulative reviews like the back of their hand. Why are there 5 sequences in the cumulative reviews? Because 45 poses divided by 9, remember we do 1 pose a week for 9 weeks, and then the 10th week is the review. So 45 poses divided by 9 poses is 5. That means that we have 5 review weeks. Week 12, 22, 32, 42, 52. We have 5 review weeks where we practice sun salutation A with the 9 poses that we've learned. So by the time you graduate, you know sun salutation A and our 45 key poses like the back of your hand. You know all of those review sequences, which is 5 review sequences, plus the regular sun salutation A, that makes 6, plus the warm-up, that makes 7, and that is enough to teach a yoga class every day of the week. If you want to deviate from that, go for it, but for people that maybe aren't so creative, that this is a way that this is a way that we have successfully made anybody, regardless of ability, a confident yoga teacher. And that's been awesome because some people just need a job. So inhale, we're gonna do sun salutation A on the other side. We're gonna spice it up with eagle pose, which is our pose of the week. And so we're gonna do eagle on the other side. Okay, inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back. Plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin. From knees, chest, chin, cobra. In cobra, let's spread out our fingers, roll the shoulders back, engage the glutes. Exhale, roll the toes under, down dog. Now down dog is our point of insertion where we insert something new into our sun salutation A to help us remember it. We do sun salutation A because through repetition, we get mastery, and then we learn our new poses by adding something into it. So walk your hands back to the feet, slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, shimmy your feet facing forward, and now we're going to do eagle on the other side. Inhale the arms up with your left knee up. Exhale, cross it over like you're sitting crisscross, like you're crossing your legs. Tuck your toe behind your calf. The leg that is on top, the corresponding arm goes under. Wrap your elbows like this. Raise your elbows so it's 45 or 90-degree angle. You may feel a stretch in your upper back. Sit back down a little further. Remember to smile. It's yoga. It is not that serious. Remember to breathe. For all balancing poses, it helps to look at a fixed point. Enjoy the strength you're building in your quads. Have fun with it. Exhale, come out of it. Shimmy the hands back, the feet back down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands back to down dog. Now you're in down dog like none of this has ever happened before. Inhale your right knee in. Step it through your hands. Have your left foot match. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana. So congratulations, you have reviewed Sun Salutation A, and you have spiced up your boring salad dish of Sun Salutation A. You've spiced it up with our peak pose of the week, Eagle. So that was a learning Sun Salutation A, which was a review, and then we added our new pose of the week, Eagle, to incorporate it. So now let's do a review of everything we've learned since week 23. So in week 23, we learned tree pose. And in week 24, last week, we learned dancer pose. And then this week, week 25, we learned Eagle. So let us squeeze in those 3 balancing poses into this Sun Salutation A as a way to use kinetic learning, as a way to use kinetic energy to learn. So this will be our balancing class. Okay, let's see how it goes. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. As you're reaching up, try to bring your shoulders down. So yoga is about opposites. So as we reach up, bring our shoulders down. Zip it up, tuck the glutes in, the stomach, engage it, because in balancing poses, you're going to need to engage your core. Have your heels slightly outward and feel the stretch in your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Here you can shake your head out a little bit and hold opposite elbows. And just take a few breaths in this forward fold, seeing if you can let go a little bit. Today we want to use our energy to balance and not our energy in other tense ways. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, the left foot back, and then the right foot back to plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin. From knees, chest, chin, cobra. Elbows slightly bent. Eyes of the elbows forward, back engaged. Tuck the toes under, push up to downward dog. You can bend your knees to really get the tailbone pointing up. From down dog, let's walk our hands back to our feet and slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. From here, we'll shift forward and we'll do our balancing poses. Inhale, arms up to tree, come back to heart center. You don't want your foot actually on your knee, so you can bring it to a comfortable place. Take a few breaths here. Think about, sorry, I'm a little wobbly. Just have fun with it if you wobble. This is live on YouTube, blips and bloopers, so it's a practice, not a perfect. You want to think about engaging your thigh and like pushing your thigh against your foot. So my thigh, I'm like tensing it up, and then my foot, I'm like tensing it up, almost like they are, I guess the opposite of a tug of war. But the more force you have your foot and your thigh pushing against each other, the more likely you are to build a solid column and to be able to balance. So that's something you can think about. You can also reinforce it by like pushing your hands together with as much force as you can. Like if this hand is pushing stronger than that hand, you'll go this way and be off balance. But if both of your sides are pushing at each other with equal force, you'll stay balanced. So that's something you can think about. Sometimes in balancing poses, people tense up and they hold their breath. And that's not really going to serve you. So being a tree is a little boring. You are rooted, but you're stable. So here we're gonna get a little bored in tree. If you come out of it, pop back into it. You can't grow an oak tree faster by rushing it. Some things just take time. And we're gonna spend some time in this tree. You shake it out when you're ready, and we'll go into dancer. So for dancer, let's pivot forward. You might want to do a little ankle rotation with your foot, your standing leg, since you've been on it for a while. We'll start in a quad stretch. And then just exhale and extend to your comfort level. If you fall out of it, you can come back into it. When you're ready, you can come back to the quad stretch and shake it out. We'll continue with our final balancing pose on this side. Inhale the arms up, cross the leg over to eagle. Same arm goes under. If you want, you can also just do eagle arms, and that way you're sort of like in chair pose, but using the eagle arms. Or you can do the eagle legs and sit into it. Shake it all out, and we will continue the sun salutation on this side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out to down dog. Down dog, as you recall, is our point of insertion. Each of those three balancing poses, we could think of eagle as our avocado, dancer pose is maybe some pumpkin seeds, and tree as maybe our cucumbers, and that spiced up the salad. From down dog, let's end the sun salutation. Left knee in, step it forward to the hands. Right foot comes to match, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. So now you've completed the spiced up sun salutation, cumulative review from week 23, 24, and this week 25. The three poses we've learned: tree, dancer, and eagle. Now we're going to do that same sun salutation with those same three spiced up poses, but we're going to do it on the other side. Yoga gives us an opportunity to be symmetrical, so we're a little bit foolish if we don't take advantage of it. So let's do that on the other side so we can build strength evenly in our body. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, right leg back. Left leg back, plank. From plank, knees, chest, chin. From knees, chest, chin, cobra. From cobra, down dog. As you recall, down dog is our point of insertion. From down dog, we're gonna walk our hands to our feet and slowly roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae. We'll shimmy our feet forward and come to the front of the mat. And now let's do these balancing poses on the other side. Inhale, arms up, tree. And if you have a little trouble like I do getting the foot above the knee, you can use your hand to help you. Inhale, arms up, and come to prayer. As we talked about on, wait, did we do this side last time? I think we did this side last time, sorry. Do it on the other side. So as I was saying, yoga is about symmetry. So it's live. What can we do? It's reality yoga. Inhale, arms up, bringing your leg up. And you just don't want to put pressure actually on your kneecap. So just make sure that your knee is protected and you can come into prayer position. Zip it up, engage your core. Remember to breathe. It's not that serious. Have some fun with it. Feel playful in your balancing poses and just enjoy it. Balance is a time to converge your thoughts, increase your focus. So let's just take a few breaths and do this tree balancing pose. It's almost like a standing meditation. You can use your breath to build strength, to engage in parts of you that you want more active. Remembering that your breath is your lifeline. You can come out of it when it suits you. When you're ready, we'll shift to the other side. Inhale, arms up, grab your foot and do a little bit of a quad stretch. From a quad stretch, you can inhale the arm up and exhale into dancer pose to your comfort level. From dancer, you can come back into a quad stretch and shake it all out. We've spent a lot of time on our standing legs. You can give yourself a little ankle roll. And when you're ready, we'll go into eagle on this side. So inhale the arms up, cross one leg over the other, tuck the foot under, bring one arm under, the other up. The leg that is on top has the arm that goes under. Bring the elbows up to 90-degree angle, sit in it, have fun. It's not that serious. Exhale, shake it out. We'll come back to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Walking the hands out to down dog. Now we're in down dog, like this whole spiced up sun salutation never happened. So we will go back and finish off the sun salutation A, now that we've spiced it up. Inhale, right knee in, step it forward. Left leg comes to match. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, Tadasana. So congratulations, you just reviewed sun salutation A, which we introduced in week 2, and you reviewed the 3 poses we have learned in this set, Series C, tree pose, from week 23, dancer, and week 24, in eagle, in week 25. We'll continue to learn 1 pose a week and add it into our sun salutation A until week 32, where we have a review of all that we just did. Let's come to a comfortable seated position and let's go into cobbler's pose. In cobbler's pose, you can give yourself a little bit of a self-massage on your feet, opening up the feet like you're reading your feet as a book. This engages your hips to open up, and you can give yourself a little self-massage because our feet were our anchors today in our balancing poses, and we can show some appreciation of that. In cobbler's pose, inhale, the arms up, And exhale, rainbowing to one side and rainbowing to the other. We'll take this all the way around to go into tabletop. From table, let's do some cat-cows. Using your breath to really warm up the spine. You can rock a little back and forth. Exhale, coming to child's pose. You can widen your knees. And in child's pose, walk the hands to one side, really stretching the side body. We'll stay here a little bit just to really get the benefits of the stretch. Walking the hands to the other side, we'll stretch the side body on the other side. Walking the hands forward, we'll shimmy our knees in so they are facing forward, and bring the hands forward and push back. This is downward puppy. In downward puppy, you're stretching your underarms and elongating your back. From downward puppy, inhale, one arm under the other elbow. This is called threading the needle. And it's a way to stretch your back. So for some of you that were not able to lift your elbows up to a 90-degree angle in eagle pose, this stretch, threading the needle, can create space and length in the upper back lateral muscles, which can enhance your ability to get into the position of eagle pose. We'll hold this for a few more breaths just to get the maximum benefits. Inhale, and we'll come to downward puppy again, and inhale the arm up and across, exhale it across, and we'll thread the needle on the other side. Really relaxing all the other parts of you so you can really stretch the upper back lateral muscles. When you come up, we'll go into Cobra, and from Cobra, have your arms out like airplane arms. From airplane arms, place a hand on the opposite side and roll over. So I'll show you on the other side in case it's easier to see. So I have an arm outstretched, and then I'm like rolling over. This is a way to stretch your shoulder. If you don't feel it, you can play around with, you know, whether your arm is at a 45-degree angle or 90-degree angle. If you feel sharpshooting pain, that is not a stretch, that is an injury, and you should stop. So this is a way to really open up your shoulder. This can be a heart opener. You can kind of roll to the side to the extent that serves you. Exhale. From here, you can engage the back in locust pose, building strength. Soft gaze forward, feet together, arms outstretched. From locust pose, you can do airplane arms again, and we're going to do the stretch on the other side. Just really stretching the shoulder. This is a heart opener. To really open up the shoulder. Over texting, over being at the computer, office jobs. This is a way to kind of manually roll that shoulder back. You notice the difference on each side. One side is tighter than the other. You can draw connections with your habits and your daily life of why that might be. See if you can roll into it a little more. And exhale, come back to your stomach. From here, you can grab a hold of your feet if you reach, or bend them and do what you can. And we will come into bow pose. stretching the back. You can rock a little bit in this and have some fun with it. Exhale, reach, reach, reach forward. And inhale, come back into it, rocking a little bit. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. And inhale, coming back into it, rocking and just having fun with it. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. And inhale, coming back into it, just rocking, having fun. You can rock your way back into child's pose. And again, we'll walk our hands to one side and see if all that shoulder stretch made a difference. We'll take a few breaths here. And we'll walk to the other side and stretch the side body on the other side. From here, we'll walk our hands forward. Exhale into down dog. Jumping our feet forward. Exhale, forward fold. And here we're really going to stretch our hamstrings. So if it feels good to you, you can place your hands underneath your feet or your shins or hold opposite elbows, whatever is comfortable. But the idea is that we're going to use gravity to just really stretch out our hamstrings. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy, you can do this as a seated forward fold. Please listen to your body. We're going to be here a while because students have asked for support in increasing flexibility, and to do that, it just takes time. There are no shortcuts. But that said, if this pose is uncomfortable for you, we've done a lot of different poses today, and please feel free to modify and do another pose that serves you. Be cognizant that there's no tension in your neck. You can shake your head yes, you can shake your head no, and just release. If it feels good now that we've been here a while, maybe you're a little bit looser, to walk your hands a little bit further under your feet. If that is easy for you, you can bend your elbows and have your elbows touch your shins, or hold your calves wherever you are. There is a way to get deeper into the stretch. In stepping on our hands, we are not only stretching our hamstrings, but we're also stretching that whole back side of the body, our arms. So it's a full body stretch. Here we can get deeper into the IT band by bending one knee and straightening the other, and really isolating one side. Inhale, both knees straight, and exhale on the other side, really stretching the IT band on the other side. Both legs straight and just let it all hang. From here, we'll inhale and come to a squat. In a squat, the feet are flat on the floor, and we try to drop the tailbone down, have the head up. You can have your elbows inside your thighs to kind of push them out, and that is a way to get the benefits of a hip opener, hip stretch, while we're in the squat. Because of the very nature of modern day life, when we are in a chair all day, I'm going to use my squat to face you. When we're in a chair all day, our hamstrings get very tight. And so by just coming down to a squat, this is a way to use our muscles in a different way. And so it's something to think about if you are on the phone and you can take a call in a squat. Pop a squat, or find ways to sort of switch up your patterns so that you are able to work different muscle groups throughout your regular workday. Then that is a way to kill two birds with one stone. There are a lot of benefits to a squat. And again, we're just using gravity to work with us, work for us. Squat is also a great precursor to balancing poses. It reminds us to keep our feet firmly grounded. From the squat, you can come over to your knees. Take a few deep breaths. This is stretching the back side of your foot. In the squat, we had our ankle and foot this way. So by sitting like this, either in hero's pose or thunderbolt pose, by sitting like this, we stretch the back side of the foot the other way. You can even lean back a little bit and further stretch your feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold into child's pose. Slowly coming up, you can sweep your legs around to the front of you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. can bend one knee to get a stretch on one side. A little deeper. If you're touching your toes, that's a great way to pull and get this stretch. If touching your toes is not your thing, I recommend using a belt. It doesn't need to be a fancy yoga belt. I'm a big advocate that you don't need to buy equipment and you can find things around the house. A belt that is a real belt that's not elastic is great because it allows you to build strength in your biceps and have resistance. A lot of these exercise bands that are elastic, it feels fun, but I don't really know what it's doing. I think that there's a lot of benefit from resistance training, and so I'm a big advocate of those kinds of inflexible belts. So here we are leaning forward. We're doing a seated forward fold. We're popping one knee up because that's giving us an IT band stretch and a side body stretch. We're going to hold this for a while. It's going to be a little boring, but to get the benefits of flexibility, we have to hold this. If you don't feel a stretch in this pose, then you can modify to get a deeper stretch. If this pose is too intense for you, you can use the belt to stretch your hamstrings while keeping your head upright. So, because for some people, leaning forward might make them dizzy. So there's all sorts of ways to modify this. And we'll just take some time here. As your muscles are sort of giving up the fight, try to get deeper into this stretch. We hold these stretches because first the muscles say no, 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 and then after a while they're like, okay, fine, stretch me as you want. Oh wait, let's pop up the other knee and get at this on the other side. So you can be aware of how each side feels a little different. Maybe you're tighter on one side or the other. Maybe this is more of a leg stretch for you. Maybe this is more of a back stretch for you. Maybe you feel it more in your arms. You're going to feel it in the tightest part, wherever that may be. You can straighten out both legs. And continue to breathe in and out to try to create length. This is a full body stretch from your hamstrings to the whole back side of your body. Even through your neck as you relax it and let it fall. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And we'll come to lay on our back on the mat. Shimmy your feet to the width of the mat, and we'll windshield wiper the knees back and forth, creating a little hip flexibility. We're going to do our cool down now, so if you want to add some layers to warm up, I know I definitely want to, then please feel free so that your body stays warm so that you don't pull a muscle. Typically socks aren't great for yoga because you can slip, so don't try this at home or do so at your own risk, but I like to feel cozy, so I like socks and leg warmers. So to the extent that you're already warm and you don't need to layer up, please feel free to continue to windshield wiper those knees back and forth. Honoring yourself for your practice today. So here we'll engage in a stretch in one hip and with the other. We started today's practice doing hip circles on a block in the forward seated position to find the right alignment of our spine. And we're concluding today's practice again, kind of massaging those hips with movement. We can get a little deeper into the stretch by letting one knee fall to the side, raising a foot, and putting it over that leg. Inhale the arms up, and exhale, cactus arms. This is stretching the hip. That's also helping the back be flat, counteracting some of the hunched overness from our daily work lives. We can spend a little bit of time here in a productive savasana, a savasana with a stretch. You can use your breath to think about your entire spine connecting with the mat. A lot of yoga is ideal, so it won't necessarily happen. But you can think about that connection as you allow your body to release and succumb to total relaxation. You can experience how your hips may open up a little deeper now that you've been in this pose a little longer. You're also stretching your knee. This is a counter to pigeon, the way that our leg is outward. Slowly moving your neck from side to side. You can give yourself a little neck massage, a little self-massage. Just letting go from the practice today. Walk your feet up again to hip to the edges of the mat, and we'll windshield wiper the legs on the other side. Put one foot up, place it on the other leg, not on the kneecap because you don't want to put pressure on the kneecap, and now we're stretching the other thigh. Inhale, arms up, and then you can exhale them into the cactus arms position, or what feels comfortable for you. And the purpose of cactus arms is to create a heart opener to really mitigate some of that hunched overness that we experience when typing. We'll spend a few minutes here like we did on the other side, really just allowing the body to open up. I call it productive savasana. So it's savasana with a stretch, so we can kill two birds with one stone. Have a little bit of relaxation at the end of the class, but still get a little more work in. You may feel this as a stretch in your back. You may feel it as a stretch in your hip and your knee. We'll feel the stretch in the tightest point. And as you hold the position, you may feel the stretch in different places as each part of your body opens up and acquiesces to the stretch. You can place a hand on your inner thigh to put a little more pressure, and the other hand on the other hip to encourage both sits bones to be firmly grounded on the mat and to further enhance the hip opener benefits of this stretch. When you feel ready, you can walk your feet again to the edges of the mat. Bring your knees into chest. Give yourself a little hug. You can widen your knees. This is officially called wind relieving pose, which speaks for itself, res ipsa. And this is covered in your RYT 300, should some of you choose to go on for the advanced degree. The advanced degree addresses all of the classical hatha yoga poses, although some are not so safe. They appear anatomically a little bit dangerous, so, but we learn the classical yoga poses as part of the historical origins of yoga. Hatha yoga, as you may recall, is the actual movement of yoga. So one of the hatha yoga poses is this pose. When relieving pose, it's sort of like child's pose, but on your back. From here, let's grab our feet and we are in happy baby. You can put your hands behind your head, tuck your chin forward, and roll it back to increase spinal connectivity with the mat. And this is an inverted way to stretch your hamstrings. Let's rock a little side to side, massaging out the spine, a little more active Savasana tonight. From happy baby, you can reach your hands around to get a little deeper stretch, using your elbows to open up those hips and stretch the hamstrings. All the while, we're trying to keep our sacrum firmly planted on the ground. Relaxing the shoulders, relax the jaw, relax the space between your eyes. Inhale, you can put your feet together, slowly bring them down. Again, have your arms out, recline goddess pose, which we will address later in another week. It is one of our 45 key signature poses. Inhale, kick your legs out, stretch your arms up in front of you. Take a nice exhale, allowing your toes to roll out to the edges, feeling totally relaxed. Keeping this moment inside, being cognizant of it as a feeling that you can come back to should you want to. When you feel that you have captured this moment, made a mental note of it, you can inhale and come to any side you choose. And then using a hand to push you up at your own pace, you can push up to a comfortable seated position. Take your time so that you don't feel lightheaded. When you're in a comfortable seated position, you can bring your hands to have your palms on your knees. The idea is when our hands have our palms on our knees, that is body language to draw inward. So really take a moment to breathe in. Maybe give your legs a squeeze if you want, honoring yourself for your practice tonight and taking all that good stuff from your practice and kind of drawing it inward so that you can capitalize on it for the rest of your week. May the light in me be the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for your participation today. If you are not enrolled in our RYT 200, you may enroll at ShareLove.Fund-RYT. And if you are interested in teaching for our charity, just like I am today, I'm not paid and I'm the founder and CEO, and I teach for a cause because it's really important, the work that we do, and our public paid program participants earning the Yoga Alliance accredited degree help fund our incarcerated women's program. So if you're interested in also volunteering your time and gaining exposure and gaining valuable teaching experience, you can teach for a cause by applying to yoga at ShareLove.Fund. So that's our email.